Hello, everybody. We're back to talk about Educated Horses, the 2006 Rob Zombie album. And this one is kind of interesting in my personal history because this may have been the very first album that I was anticipating before it released because I was aware of it before it released. A contender to that may have been um, a Rammstein album, but I don't think I knew about that one beforehand. I think coincidentally after it released, like shortly after, I happened to be in a Best Buy and see it. But in this case, I knew about this one beforehand because I was probably following Rob Zombie on MySpace or some shit. I don't know. It was 2006, and yeah, so like when the single dropped on iTunes for Foxy Foxy, like I knew about it. I was waiting for it so that I could listen to it, and then when the full album hit, I bought it, and I was honestly not sure how to feel about it because on the one hand, it started off okay with American Witch. Foxy Foxy is like okay, but it's not like amazing. And then I don't know. It just kind of has this sort of okayness that goes through it. Instead of feeling like when I listened to the first two albums for the first time, where I was like really grabbed by a lot of the songs, where I was like, I'm remembering this one and I'm gonna listen to it again. With this album, it was kind of just like, okay, and then I would just wait for the song to be over. So I almost never re-listened to this album. Well, actually, in fact, I've only listened to the album once, all the way through, excluding listening to it again for this. I was just never curious again to re-listen to this one. Now I do have some songs off of this that I'm fine with, and they're in like my rotation. But these aren't really the kind of songs like I don't know. Like sometimes I'll just be like, you know what I want to listen to? Fucking Super Beast. I want to hear that like right now, and then I'll go listen to it like on purpose. I don't ever really feel that way about any of the songs off of this album. Now I don't want to give the impression that I dislike this album. I'm very I don't know, just in the realm of like I don't really have a strong opinion honestly, because like I said, I like some of the songs well enough, but it's I don't know, there's something like missing here in terms of stuff that's like gonna stick in my brain. So it I don't know. Yeah, I guess I give a very like indifferent recommendation to this where it's like I don't know, it's not terrible, but it's not the fun stuff, it's not the good Rob Zombie songs that like I would point someone towards necessarily, with the exception of American Witch maybe, which I guess that's a spoiler for my top three, but fuck it, who cares? So we're just gonna talk about my top three, which I'll do it in reverse order since I just gave away the number one pick because like I said, who cares? So my number one pick is American Witch. It's I think definitely the best song overall on the album, and certainly the one that I've listened to most out of everything on here. I think my number two pick, I'm gonna go with Scorpion Sleeps, I guess, which isn't, even though it's my number two on my top three, it's still not like a strong recommendation because like I don't know, it's okay. It's got like a nice sort of feel to it. Like I love the way the drums start off the song. It's got like a fun kind of energy that gets me, feeling a little something when it starts off. But like I don't know, it's just not that great. So it's kind of a weak number two pick if I'm being honest. And then number three I'm giving to Death of It All, which could also maybe have gone to the Devil's Rejects because I think that's an okay song too. But I think it's interesting because I can point to bands where if they do a slow song, I'm out, right? Pretty much every single time. So I would expect that to be the case with Rob Zombie, but in this song's case, I like this one. So credit to him for making a slow song and not having it turned me away instantly. And it's not that I hate slow songs. I want to make that clear, because there's plenty of slow songs that I love from various artists, but I just don't think every artist necessarily has the ability to pull that off necessarily. For example, a lot of Kiss's slower songs, I'm out. I don't like them. But yeah, so credit to Rob for making one that I could actually listen to when I didn't necessarily expect that I would be able to. So there you go. So yeah, this one's about the same way that I remembered it, where it's like there's a couple of songs where like I'm like, it's okay, and then, but again, it doesn't really have like a huge like pull factor for me to want to listen to this album again, and I probably never will listen to the whole thing in its entirety ever again. I think I'm pretty much cemented in that camp of like, well, I'm fucking 30, about to be 31 in December, and I don't see my opinion changing if it didn't change since the first time I listened to it, honestly. So, because that was in 2006 when it came out, and I don't really feel much different about it now. So, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one, which is Hellbilly Deluxe 2, which I did not hear when it came out because I think, what year was that? Well, I'll talk about it more in that video. So I'll see you guys next time. Everybody, take care.